Hello everyone, good Sunday morning. Welcome back to VinylSpin Cafe. Got a lot of records to show you that we recently picked up. Becky's got some new stuff as well. But before we get into it, you can hear that, that's my dog. Come here, Scooby. Come say hello to everyone.
Our dog decided he wanted to interrupt our recording and make a lot of noise, so now he's in the room.
Here is Scooby. This is Scooby. And he smells like man. Because I had no shampoo for him. So I did my shampoo for him. So he smells like man. He's good though. He's good. Anyhow, but before we get started, we're going to flip over to a earlier video of your 18th birthday.
Yeah.
A little surprise that I gave her. So we're going to flip over to that, and some of the stuff that we got recently will make a lot more sense. So let's get right into that. This is Rebecca's 18th birthday. And I got something underneath here. I really want to give it to her, but I can't wait till today, which is Sunday for you guys, and I want to get her reaction on it. So I'm going to bring Becky in and give her her birthday present. There's your chair. Get up on your chair. Do you have any idea what it is?
Yeah.
What?
It's a record.
It's a record?
Uh-huh.
Which record?
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther. Steel Panther. Pink Panther. Alright. Let's do this.
I'm so excited.
Here you go. So it looks like a record?
No. I'm so tripped out right now. I was expecting the table to be right here and it was just sitting there and I was going to be all like, wow.
You ready for it?
I'm so confused.
Here you go. You're stuck in the 80s, right?
I love the 80s. My God, that's so freaking cool!
Alright. This I got for a really great deal, and I was super excited. I don't know if it's in the frame. Is it in the frame? Yeah. And I was super excited to get this in a really good deal. I cleaned it all up for you. Everything's tested. Everything works. Go ahead and push the play and tell me what you think. Alright, it'll be coming here in a minute. Oh, that's power button.
I love that sound.
Yeah? Pretty cool.
I'm so excited.
Then you can fast forward it and play. Cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You like it?
I love it. It's so cool.
It's so big, eh?
The bigger the better.
Bigger the better. These speakers here disattach as well. And on the back, you can put batteries in it. It has a radio with original antenna, not broken. Let's see if we can find the radio here. So many buttons. Like, I never had one of these. I had a littler one, I think it was. And where are we at? So FM. FM. And down here, look at this. You got tape, tuner, auxiliary. Meaning you could plug in MP3 player, other components. You got the little CD Walkman, because you wanted a boomboxes like this years ago, but you want one that had CD. Well, they don't make those in square.
No, I know.
They don't make them, and if they do, it was on the tail end of CD. But this is like original boombox, so you can plug that into it. And look, it has phono.
What does phono mean?
That is your record player, your turntable. So in the back of this, you can use this as the speakers for your turntable.
Okay, what's tuning mean?
Tuning?
Yeah.
Tuner?
Yeah.
Tuner. is your radio.
Ah! No. No.
Which one?
No. Let me take it. I know the station.
Oh, I'm sweating. And you got your handle.
Wait, I'm gonna...
It's really heavy.
Lift it.
You gotta have wine and gin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find this by your skin. Always running up the town, kicking the bed, singing loud, shouting on. Now you're home today, little queen.
There you go. Finally got yourself a boombox.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Look at that bass.
What is with your face? Did you steal them all out of my
Yeah, I
room?
took them out of her room so I can test it. There's a Green Day, but you're missing a tape. Isn't that how it used to be? Always? Back in the day, we always misplaced our tapes. And she has a Joan Jett. And this is from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the replica of what the guy had in his singing in ACDC. So that's all that she has.
I don't know where it is. I thought I knew where it was, but I don't know where it is.
So that's all that she has. So but I'm not going to be
Wait, let's put it
collecting
I love
tapes.
tapes. Tapes are so cool.
Because I'm a vinyl guy.
What?
And you can just put this in.
What? No, see, I love vinyl. Vinyl will always be my main love. But I also like tapes just because I like this.
Go. And then you just put them up there. Ta-da. Alright, let's move on. Okay, we're back. So let's get right into the rest of today's show. Things that we picked up. We don't have any announcements of anything coming out, so we're not going to do that. But we do have a photo of someone's setup that they sent me. We're going to have to listen to Scooby snorting and stuff because he will not leave the room for some reason. So anyhow, I will go ahead since I got quite a bit here, but we're going to go real quick with my stuff that I picked up. A lot of Reba. Love Reba. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I love Reba. This person had a lot of Reba for sale, and this is called Sweet 16. This one here.
She looks so young there.
She is young. She is young. Have I got a deal for you? These are all from the 80s. These are all from the 80s. She was out in the 70s as well. And this is whoever's in New England. This is just Reba, and up in the corner it says digital recordings. I don't know if they were bragging. I think they were bragging back then. Didn't realize nowadays I probably wish it was an analog because it's digital in this one too. The Last One to Know, My Kind of Country, and this one is my favorite of all time. Rumor has it this is from 1989, I believe it was 1990.
I've seen that one around quite a bit. I don't know, is that one of like her more popular ones or something?
Yeah, because this one has, I would say it was like this huge breakout for her because it has You Lie, Fancy, Falling Out of Love, The Picture, You Remember Me, Climb That Mountain High, and Rumor Has It, which is the name of the album. So this is my favorite. That's my favorite. The other ones I really like too, but they're not as recognizable songs because a lot of these songs were played on the radio stations in the 90s. Next one is Homegrown Project Volume 1, Q104. Q104 is a radio station in Halifax here in Nova Scotia. The whole thing with this album was they wanted to feature a album with local
Scoop standing on your record cleaner.
some local artists back in 1985. So that everyone sent in demo tapes and they picked through them. And their sister station in Toronto did the same thing. And this is the album that they came up with. This is Volume 1. I don't know where if they did in Volume 2. And this has on here, we got Haywire, Step Around the House. These are names of the bands. And Haywire is one of the ones that actually did make it after this album, and they're up here in this area right there, because I've been seeing a lot of their records actually out, and they're still going at it. These ones are, I've been getting into a lot of country, kind of 90s country, but these aren't from the 90s. These are from the late 80s, probably 1985 and on, but they carried into the early 90s with the same style, kind of. And this is John Anderson, which John Anderson's coming out with a new one. I said in my last video. I just came home to count the memories.
Sounds so depressing.
And look how young he is right here. Very young.
Do you know how old he is now?
This is, oh, he's, what did they say? 67 years old, I think he is. And this is actually 1981, so that's really going back. But John Anderson, I really like his singing. This is another digital recording, but with George Strait. If you ain't lovin', you ain't livin'. And this was put out in 1988. Another George Strait, Straight from the Heart, featuring Full Hearted Memory. A Fire I Can't Put Out. This doesn't say it was digitally recorded, and probably not, because this one was put out in 1981. This one really surprised me because it looked a heck of a lot different than the other ones that I know. It's Marty Stewart. Now, Marty Stewart doesn't have a beard or mustache or anything like that now, but this is from his really early days. This is Busy Bee Cafe.
Not gonna lie, he weirdly looks like Bob Seger in a way in that one. Just a little bit.
This is from 1982, and it's really cool. It mentions Johnny Cash on here. It's produced by Marty Stewart, recorded at the Bull Fun Studios, Ashland City, Tennessee. But it mentions, okay, Johnny Cash and Earl Skaggs appeared courtesy of CBS Records. That's why it's been mentioned on here. And he's only 22 years old on this album. Next one, I have another album of them. It's Restless Hearts. I believe because this, I haven't had a chance to look into it, but this just says Restless Hearts. So this must be their debut album. This was put out in 1985. I don't think they're performing anymore. Ricky Van Schouten, Love and Proof. Love it, love it. This 1988, for a minute I thought it said 1968. I'm like, are you kidding me? 1988. So these are getting close to where CDs were coming out. And that's probably why some of them say digital recordings. So it's getting people hyped up to say, well, this is what CDs are going to sound like or whatever. And they were trying to prove that it would be a good format. This one, I don't really know a lot about it, other than it has Nitty Gritty Dirt Band on it, and it has a lot of artists on here, older artists that they teamed up together to come up with this album here. This is a 3-record album. Just got it today. These are all the songs on the back. It's hard to read. But the guy that sold it to me was telling me that some of these older artists didn't want to record with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band because they thought that they were a bunch of hippies. But once they realized that they weren't, then they came up with this great, amazing album. It's like bluegrass, early country, and let's see here. There's a lot of. It's really cool. Like. This is the sleeve that's inside of it. This is Roy and Earl down there. I have to do a little bit more research on that, but I want to show you guys that I picked that up. Really cool. completely different from country. We got these guys. I've had this before, but I don't know what I did with it. It's probably still in my collection. This is like classic rock kind of deal. Very interesting. I'm pulling shit out of my ass now because I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. James Taylor, love James Taylor. Have all of his albums. I didn't even look on my Discogs app to see if I had this because I didn't remember if I had it or not. And this is with the original Flying Machine. All these albums are in fabulous condition. Really super excited to get them. This one, my last one that I'm going to show you, I wasn't sure if I was going to pick it up because he had $30 on it, but he decided to let it go for $20, and it came out in 2014, the reissue. I'm pretty sure it's the reissue. It's fully, completely by the Tragically Hip, so I couldn't let it go for, you know, it was 20 bucks. Great deal. You can't really find these for any less than that. Yeah, so that's all the things that I picked up. How about you, Becky?
Okay, so whoa, I just moved the table. Okay, so I don't have as many records, but I do have some stuff here. Dad, I picked up some other stuff that isn't records, but it's still music related, and Dad saw it, show them anyway. So, from the clip you guys saw earlier, I've been starting to get into cassettes, so I picked up Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, because I freaking love Bruce Springsteen. And so yeah, I got that.
Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen.
It's a great album.
It is. Very cool.
And then I got Aerosmith Permanent Vacation on CD, which is another really great album. And then...
You got good deals on these too.
Yeah!
Like this is like $5.
That was $4.
$4. But because I bought all these, he gave it to
$3.
you.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And then I got a Motley Crue Greatest Hits.
And you say that's one of the kind of iconic greatest
Yeah,
hits
like
ones?
you just see it around a lot. People know the cover because it's just a drawn cartoon of the band. People just know it. But I don't know if it has an actual name or it's literally just called Greatest Hits.
Yeah, I think it's just called Greatest Hits.
I think so, yeah. It's got some really good stuff on there.
Oh, what is this?
That's what I love about the Crew. They always add like a huge little thing in their CDs.
And then you could buy their merchandise.
Oh, yeah. I've visited their website a couple times.
I used to have this one here. I forget what it was called.
That is Livewire. I think I have it.
Livewire. I used to have it. And then maybe you got it.
Maybe you gave it to
I
me
gave
or
it to
something.
you.
I don't know.
Yeah. Once you started getting into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, and so records, this is definitely a different pick for me. I've been getting into Billy Joel. So this is Glass House. I normally just listen to his stuff on YouTube, but I decided to pick it up because it's got a lot of my favorite stuff on there.
Out of these, which one would be your favorite song?
Probably It's Still Rock and Roll to Me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, a lot of people know it.
That's iconic. Like,
Yeah.
you know that song as soon as you hear this title of it.
Bryan Adams. He's Canadian, ain't he?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Be proud of that.
Yeah.
And he's on tour again.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, man.
He just went on tour and he tagged up with another artist. I forget who it is. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but he just tagged up. Yeah, they're going on tour.
I love this. It's very iconic. Reckless. I listen to him all the time, so I've been wanting to get his stuff, but my boyfriend likes to make fun of me for some reason. I don't know. He makes fun of me because I listen to him. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's not like it's Corey Hart.
That's true.
I mean, and Corey Hart puts, no offense to Corey Hart fans, Corey Hart puts out some nice stuff too, but come on, it's Bryan Adams. You got to sing with Tina Turner.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I love that. Isn't that on here? Isn't it like One Night Love Affair? I think that's what it was. No, actually, I don't know.
It was a single that they came out with. It was a single.
It's a good one though. I listen to it quite often.
Yes.
Well, I listen to that whole album quite often. But, yeah. And then I'm getting into John Cougar a lot. So this one's
I don't even think I have that one.
This is the first time I've seen it like in person, so I had to get it.
It's really nice artwork on it.
It's
too.
really cool.
I love when they put artwork into jackets because it makes it more unique. He's really young there. Look at the eyes.
Yeah.
You got blue eyes. Young.
He's still producing good stuff.
What's the original sleeve inner? Let's It's like a collage of photos.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about it. If you ever watch his music videos, it's always like a collage of like his life and like stuff. I don't know, it's really cool. I love this stuff.
Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, there we go.
No, but the moment I saw that one, I had to pick it up. And then this one, which is one I've been looking for forever, is finally got the Steel Panther one, Heavy Metal Rules, that I've been talking about forever. And yeah,
Look at the back.
it's absolutely insane. The artwork behind it is crazy. And then the artwork inside is pretty strange, but awesome at the same time.
Riding an eagle.
Yeah.
Show them the record, what it looks like.
Oh my gosh, the record's even cooler.
Now, I was worried because another VC member messaged and made a comment on video, and he got the same record, and he had to send it back because there was a lot of noise, but static noise. But there was none on this one, so you got lucky on this one.
It's a little bit on the back.
On the quiet spots, maybe?
Yeah, the quieter spots, it's a little bit, but like, and it's more towards the end, but like the first album, the first... First songs sound really, really good and clean and stuff. It's really nice. And it looks
It's
cool.
pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah, I've never seen a clear one.
It's pretty.
Oh,
We do have more albums, but I'm going to wait till next Sunday to show those. I don't want this to go too long. It's probably pretty long right now with the added birthday surprise.
Yeah.
So,
like he was talking about at the beginning of this video, we have constantly getting people sending in their record setups, and so that is what we're going to show you right now. Somebody sent us in a record setup.
this is it here. We don't recognize this, but we know this. Do you remember before Christmas? We had a turntable giveaway, and you guys must remember that as well. We gave away a turntable. This is
Wait, is that it?
That is it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he has a little room. It's not that big of a setup, but really, it doesn't really matter how big your setup is, because you have a small setup too, but his is a little bit bigger than yours. And I see a lot of pictures that he puts on a Facebook page, and he always uses this guy here. Do you know who that is?
Isn't that Gumby?
That's Gumby, yeah, and that's his horse. He always puts Gumby and his horse in the photos that he shows of now spinning. Like you'll put a record on there, and then Gumby will be somewhere there. And it's really cool that he's got these vintage dinky cars down here. I really like that. But what's really interesting, he sent us a couple other pictures, and check this out. Okay, so this is his setup right here of his records. It makes me wonder what's in there. But this is what I find really cool. Look at this. This is tickets, and they're all from the Maple Leaf Gardens, where Toronto Maple Leafs play. And look at who he went to see. I'm presuming that he went to go see these individuals. He's got Boston, Max Webster, Aerosmith, Peter Frampton, Queen,
Ted Nugent,
Supertramp.
he's got Kiss up there, and Rush, and
Wow.
Bad Company, and
Heat
Van
Wave.
Halen, and I can't read the others.
Billy Idol.
Oh! The Ramones.
But that's at the Macy Hall. That one.
Oh, you know, that's fine.
But
That's so cool.
that is so cool. Thank you for sharing. I can't really tell by the pictures, but I think it's all from around the 1977, 78, 79 era.
That's a good time.
That was a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I would know. I never got to see any of these people. It would have been cool to see Queen. Aerosmith and Kiss during that time? Yes, definitely. And he also said that he had posters throughout his room. He didn't send us pictures of that. That's okay. And he's using a 750 Mirage speakers. He didn't show us those either, but that's okay. If you would like us to feature your setup in one of our episodes, you can email us at gvscafe@outlook.com. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We're going to get going and start clinging a bunch of records, and we'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for tuning in to Golden VinylSpin Cafe. So remember, keep spinning.
Bye!